In criminal case number FE 2024-666, count 1, we, the jury on the issue, join in the case of the Commonwealth of Virginia versus Brendan Robert Banfield, defendant, find the defendant guilty of aggravated murder of Joseph Ryan and Christine Banfield as part of the same act or transaction.
Brendan Banfield convicted of murdering his wife and another man in the au pair affair murder trial. Now he's expected to be sentenced to life in prison, which is the mandatory penalty for the aggravated murders that he committed in Virginia, killing his wife, Christine Banfield, and a man that he lured to the home named Joseph Ryan. His sentencing is now set for May the 8th. The jury was out and deliberating for 2 days before finding the former IRS agent guilty on all counts. I've said it before, I'll say it again, a well-tried case on both sides. And this morning, we're so pleased to welcome on the program some very special guests, the prosecuting attorneys on this case. The Commonwealth's attorney, Steve Descano, and the Chief Deputy Commonwealth's attorney, Jenna, and Deputy Commonwealth Attorney Kelly Sprissler. Good morning to you all. Congratulations on a well-tried case. We know this wasn't an easy one. So I know there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes, and so just want to commend you all on a noble fight, getting this guy behind bars where he belongs. Steve, you're the head of the office. I'm going to start with you. Tell us something that folks at home watching this case, and you know it gripped people all over the world, may not have realized about this prosecution. What is something you could share with us that would really be insightful for our viewers in understanding everything that went into prosecuting Brendan Banfield?
Well, I think, you know, people did see that it was a very complicated case, but I don't really think that people are able to grasp the full reality of how complicated it was. I mean, we are talking about just terabytes and terabytes of data, but what we endeavored to do was to streamline that as much as possible. And that's, you know, I think we can attribute a lot of the success to what the trial team to my left and right here were able to simplify, really all killer, no filler, and make sure that it got through to the jury as opposed to just chasing down every single rabbit hole that would have been available to us.
Yes, most definitely. That's where I want to go next. I got to give the advocacy award to you, Jenna. Wow, what a great job you did with him. Talk to us a little bit about the difficulties that you experienced in this prosecution.
Sure. I mean, Steve made the point well. There was just a ton of evidence. We had, you know, a team of 6 detectives. We had half the office at one point in time trying to walk through scenarios with us to understand what that evidence might really mean for us in the case. Putting it all together for trial took months and months. And it was really the dedication of everyone in this office and everyone in the Fairfax County Police Department that helped make it happen.
Jenna, what was it like crossing him? Tell us a little bit about what was going through your mind, what you were thinking, what those moments were really like for you.
I was really interested in what he was going to say. We've been working this case for 3 years, and that man has never said a word. He has never spoken to police. He gave no information to the investigators. I wanted to know what his answers were for all of this evidence. What was his story going to be? How was he going to give us anything that allowed us to think he might even be innocent in this scheme?
Were the affairs, the alleged affairs, you know, I'm going to use that word because you know, I don't think anybody believed that his wife was having affairs, and you know, it's questionable whether he was. Did that throw you at all? Was that a surprise that he dropped on you during his testimony?
No, that information had been floating around for many, many months before the case went to trial. His mother was one of his best advocates, and she had shared that nugget, or at least that theory, with our investigators some time ago. So they were able to run it down. They were able to try to unearth any evidence of prior affairs of Christine Banfield, and they found none. So we knew that that was an absolutely unsupportable story that Mr. Banfield might tell.
Mm-hmm. You know, when he was up there and was sharing that story, it was quite frankly absurd, and it was infuriating to hear. Was there a moment where you were listening to it and you thought, oh, I can see the jury, that you knew the jury wasn't buying it?
I wish I had been able to use my peripheral vision in that way, but I was just locked in on him and really focused on what he was going to come up with next. I wasn't buying it. I assumed that our very bright jury would be able to see through what he was coming up with, but you know, it was one of those moments where I was just using all I could to listen to what he was saying and make sure that he didn't get away with anything.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you did an outstanding job, Jenna. Kelly Sprissler, I want to go to you. Seating second chair, backing Jenna up with everything. That's an important role. It's you know, the kind of like the unsung hero of the courtroom, where you're getting documents ready and making sure exhibits are lined up. There's a lot you have to be responsible for. Tell us something that you might have picked up on during the trial that maybe our cameras didn't pick up on.
Oh, I think your cameras picked up on pretty much everything. One thing that we could see, I think that the cameras could not see, is the jury coming in and out of the courtroom, and obviously we can't communicate with members of the jury, but we can see them coming in and out. We can see them interacting with one another and getting to their seats and being solicitous of one another. So that was something that the cameras really weren't able to portray, but we could see in the courtroom. And the other thing that the camera doesn't know about and can't see, I think, is just the teamwork that we've all talked about. But we had a tremendous team in the courtroom. We had a tremendous team in our office. We have a tremendous team and partnership with the police department and with the detectives and other folks who have worked on this trial. It was Jenna and me in the courtroom, but and Sylvia, of course, but there were countless numbers of other people who supported us and helped us and encouraged us and carried us through.
Oh, I'm sure it takes a village for sure. Let's talk about the co-defendant, the au pair. Steve, let me go to you on this one, because you addressed this in the presser after the verdict, said that this isn't a sweetheart deal. Now, for anybody who thinks it may be, that she's going to walk out of jail and go on her merry way, why make this deal to recommend time served for her?
Well, you know, first of all, it is only a recommendation. She does still face up to 10 years in prison, and her fate will be decided in roughly 2.5 weeks. But I think it's really, really important for people to understand that, yes, they may have worked together, but there are different levels of culpability. The way that we saw this is we saw Brendan as the mastermind. You know, Brendan was the mastermind who, in some ways, we believe, brought Juliana along, maybe manipulated her. And at the end of the day, when you're trying to assign culpability and you want to make sure that the heaviest punishment lay upon the person who is most culpable, using a co-defendant in this way, offering a plea agreement in exchange for testimony, is really important, particularly when we have a case like this where there is a kind of a mystery as to what actually happened in that room. We had a lot of unanswered questions, and Juliana was able to come in and fill in those gaps, which we thought would be very, very important for the jury to get above that reasonable doubt threshold.
She was a good witness for you all. The jury believed her with that verdict. Again, a job very well done. We commend you all, and we thank you for waking up early to come on the show with us. Steve Descano, Jenna Sands, and Kelly Sprissler, thank you so much. Get some rest, please. Take good care.
Thanks for having us.
Sure thing.